One to go. One more 2 minute. Oh, I'm hurting. Last day on the farm today, and my last run down here in Victoria for this holiday anyway. So just heading out to do a speed session. Found a nice gravel road, dirt road a couple of days ago, so going to do my timed efforts on there. As you can see, well, you may not be able to see, just raining a little bit, not as cold as it has been. So I found this dirt road a couple of days ago. It's about 3k from where I set out, so it's just perfect for a warm-up. So when I get there and just before I start the session, I'll let you know what I'm doing. Whoop. A little bit of uneven road. That's one thing that I found down here. These roads are so quiet early in the morning. Just before 7 o'clock in the morning, so nice and quiet, and the dirt road should be quiet as well, so I'll see you when I get there. Okay, warm-up's done, 3k, strides, stretches. Alright, so the session's going to be timed efforts, so I'm going to do 2 by 5 minutes, 2 by 4 minutes, 2 by 3 minutes, 2 by 2 minutes, with 60 seconds rest between each timed effort. And the goal for this session in particular is to get pacing right. I want to do the 5 minutes at marathon pace, I want to do the 4 minutes at half marathon pace, the 3 minutes at 10k pace, and the 2 minutes at 5k pace. I'll put up here on screen, probably over on this side, guys, the goal paces for this session. Just really want to make sure that I'm bang on the pace, not going out too quick on these early timed efforts, because when I get down into running those 3 minutes and 2 minute timed efforts, if I go too hard early, then I'm going to really struggle to hit that faster pace on those shorter timed efforts. I'll finish it off with a 3k cool down, some more stretching. Yeah, we'll see how we go. So this is getting towards the end of week 3 in this 80-20 11-week training block. Been down here in Victoria. As I said, this is our last day here on the farm. Running's been going really well. I've really appreciated the cooler weather, been able to really roll along at a lot quicker paces than I've been used to, but been really keeping it comfortable. So it's been really good, and really appreciate getting out onto these quiet roads. Running on the dirt road's been great. Getting off that hard concrete and bitumen, really have enjoyed that. But now I've got to do this timed interval session, so let's get into it. First 5 minutes done, about 1.2k, so just a 60-second rest now, and 5k back. Whoop, 5 minutes back. Hopefully the aim is to finish back where I started. And I'll talk about my shoe choice at the end of this session too, guys, because I think I got it wrong for this terrain anyway. All right, here we go, 10 seconds, and we'll head back to and up. Maybe a fraction quick on those 5 minutes. Won't probably be a lot of variation between the marathon and half marathon pace, but yeah, not too bad. Got back to the start point, so even pace, which was really good. So now 4 minutes at half marathon pace. I'm nearly ready. Okay. One to go. One more 2 minute. Oh, I'm hurting. 20 seconds. Come on. One more. Come on. One more. One more. I don't know what's going on with the GoPro. That battery was fully charged when I headed out for that session, and like I didn't do a lot of filming, but it gave up the ghost. Whether it had something to do with the cooler weather and the rain, I'm really not sure. But anyway, where we got to in that video, I'd finished the session and I was just about ready to head back towards home and doing that 3K cool down. A couple of minutes into it and it just absolutely poured with rain. So I was pretty much a drowned rat by the time I did get back to the farmhouse. Now, pretty much straight after finishing that speed session, I was a little bit disappointed because I knew that I was quicker in the 5 minute marathon pace and also quicker in that 4 minute half marathon pace. And I did say at the start of that session that I wanted to get my pacing really bang on, because if I didn't get that marathon and half marathon goal pace spot on early in those timed efforts, then I was going to struggle a little bit with the faster pace in those 3 and 2 minute timed efforts. And that's the way it played out. But what is surprising though is that on first reflection, I didn't think that I got anywhere near the 10K and the 5K goal paces of those shorter timed efforts. But having a look at the Strava data afterwards, I was pretty close. On reflection, the session went pretty well. I was a little bit slower in the 2 minute efforts. One of them I was quicker, the other one was a little bit slower. The 10K wasn't too bad as well. But one thing that really did come out in that speed session, as I said, it was wet. I was on a dirt road and I just had the wrong shoes. I went with the new Balance Fuelcell Rebel version 2s and really struggled in this shoe on the dirt and some muddy areas as well, where the dairy cows had gone from paddock to paddock and it was really muddy on the road. With this outsole, it was just too slippery. There was just no traction whatsoever, especially in the muddy areas as well. From memory, I had 2 muddy crossings on the road and both times I just slowed right down and I was slipping all over the place going through that. And that probably reflected a little bit in the pace as well on those timed efforts. And that's no knock on these shoes. It's just that I chose the wrong shoes. I should have went for a shoe which had a little bit more grip. I did take the Asics Glide Ride and the Nova Blast down with me, and either of those 2 shoes would have been much more better suited to those wet conditions. I probably should have gone for one of those 2 shoes instead of the Rebels, but I wanted to give these shoes a test out in the speed session, and yeah, it's just one of those things, like if I had my time over again, then I would have gone with one of the Asics shoes, but I went with this shoe. So I'm not too disappointed with the overall results of that speed session, considering that, in those really slippery areas, I did have to check my pace and slow down a little bit. So there you have it. That brings an end to our time in Victoria. You saw the previous video where I took you on a long run and a few other runs I did around the farm areas there in southern Victoria, and Trish out on the bike as well. And then this speed session, looking forward to continuing with this training block, the 80-20, and working towards the 5-kilometre race at the Brisbane Marathon Festival on June 6, and then also that 10-kilometre race at the Gold Coast Marathon Festival, I think on July 3 or 4, I think it's July 4. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you've made it all the way through to this point, really do appreciate you watching. And if you have enjoyed this video or any of the videos on the channel, make sure you smash that like button. It really does help the channel to reach potential new viewers. And also, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button and tap the notification bell to let you know when the next videos on the channel are dropping. Alright, I'm out of here now guys. I hope your running is going really well. Until next time, stay safe, happy running, and I'll catch you then. Hooroo.